Welcome to The Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind.
Hi, I'm Melanie Friedlander, and welcome to my Terrible Take, coming at you every Sunday, courtesy of Steelers Depot. Well, the Steelers come out of Week 2 with a 1-1 record, just like we all expected, although most of us had predicted the opposite on which game they would win and lose. Here are my initial impressions from the Steelers' 26-17 loss to the Las Vegas Raiders today. It was the first time Heinz Field was full of fans since 2019, and it was truly a refreshing sight. With a max capacity of 68,400, there were less than 5,000 seats that didn't fill. The energy was palpable, and it clearly energized the defense in the first half. The Raiders probably had to use silent snap counts, and fan noise may have contributed to 2 false starts. On top of that, it was so great to see all the fans who originally met on Twitter hanging out together at tailgates and various meetups in the city yesterday. Injuries were the story of the day without question. Last Wednesday, it seemed like that would be advantage Steelers. But by this morning, inside linebacker Devin Bush and cornerback Joe Hayden were both ruled out with groin injuries. Defensive end Tyson Alualu exited the game with an ankle fracture in the first quarter, and outside linebacker TJ Watt was sidelined in the first half with a groin injury. Down 4 starters, 5 if you count defensive end Stephon Tuitt, who is missing time while on IR, the defense didn't have the option of rotating players, and that may have impacted the effectiveness of the pass rush later in the game. On top of that, defensive coordinator Keith Butler probably had to make some adjustments to his game plan at the last minute to some degree. Such is life in the NFL, of course, but it definitely made the job more challenging for the Steelers' D. In other injury news, nose tackle Isaiah Buggs got some attention from trainers for his ankle, and wide receiver Deontay Johnson appeared to sustain a right knee injury on the last play of the game. I'll have more updates on injuries and expected recovery times later today and tomorrow on SteelersDepot.com, so look for that. There were a few curious coaching decisions. Going for it on 4th and 4 earlier in the game was Tomlin either showing confidence in his offense to get it done or his defense, who had previously held the Raiders to a field goal. That gamble led to a second Raiders field goal. What puzzled me more was the choice to punt on 4th and less than a yard late in the game when the Steelers were trailing by 9 points. I mean, you're down 2 scores. I'm pretty sure the 4th down bot says go for it, especially with a depleted defense that was running out of ways to stop the Raiders' offense. Add to that the choice to run a play at the end of the game. The Steelers were down again 2 scores with no way to win, and Deontay Johnson goes down with an injury. I'm all for fighting to the end, but there was nothing positive that would have come from that attempt. Just run the ball if you don't want to take a knee there. We did know this offense would take some time to find their way, but it was a little concerning that we didn't really see much growth from last week. One bright note is that rookie tight end Pat Freiermuth continues to catch literally every pass that comes his way, and his blocking is solid. Also, it was a better game for rookie running back Najee Harris. I expect they will both continue to impress. Chris Boswell is who we need him to be, thank goodness. He's hitting every kick and broke a Heinz Field record today with a 56-yarder. Wow! Even Justin Tucker hasn't done that. I'll wait for more information on the Trey Turner ejection. It sure looks like he spit on the Raiders defender, but head coach Tomlin implied that Turner was spit on first. The bottom line is that Turner is a veteran and should know better, especially during a pandemic when the league has made it clear that they have a zero-tolerance policy for transmission risk. The team better hope he doesn't miss more time than just the 4th quarter today. It's a frustrating loss for sure. The Steelers always seem to struggle against the Raiders in the past few years. But 2 games is a small sample size for judging the team's chances in the postseason, so let's just pump the brakes a little and hope that they can have a nice bounce-back game against the Bengals next Sunday. 1-1. Hang in there, Steeler Nation. Thanks for joining me for my Terrible Take. Please follow me on Twitter @GirlSurgeon.
Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with myself and Alex Skazora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.